basement. This is My Worst Holiday, a podcast about your worst wedding, funeral, bachelor party, bachelorette party, or whatever story's funny after the fact. We want to hear it today. We have two very special guests, Ashey Harrove and Wynn Reichet. Folks, say hello.
Hello. It's
Oh, at least you froze right off.
Actually, it's actually Wynn, but Wayne's fine. Whatever works.
Did I say Wynn? God damn it. I'm the fucking worst. I really am.
All right, just start over. Just start the show over.
Yeah, at least your name's not Kostaki Bakamopoulos. You know, like.
Oh yeah, I know Kostaki. Sure.
Yeah, God damn it, Wynn Reichet.
You got
it's a German name. Fucking live with it.
That's it, brother. So you're in LaSalle, are you?
From the Deutschland. Yes. Yes, I am.
I know exactly where that is. Yeah, up above Peoria, kind of towards Chicago, right?
Yes, it is. Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Cold.
I can go see. Yes, I'm very cold right now. I can go see a theater show in either one or a concert. Either way, an hour away from both.
But you're
we
not an
got
hour
some
away from
Chicago
LaSalle.
weather right now.
Yep, we did too. 1 inch.
Yeah, I'm an hour away from everything. I'm an hour from the Quad Cities. I'm an hour from Peoria. I'm an hour from Chicago. I'm an hour from my 2 hours from my home area, which is Fulton County, which is I'm a hick. Hoot owls are fucking chickens down there. They really are.
I said we got a lot of chickens down here.
You don't want to meet a Fulton County owl. So tell us all about you guys. Tell us what projects you got going on. What do you got? Floor's yours. Say, knock yourselves out.
Wayne, I'll be the polite lady and let you go first.
Oh, son of a gun. So, hey, we're doing a movie. Actually, we shot it. We're in post-production. It's called Caroline of Mine. Ashley is the lead actor. She's also the writer and producer. And I play her dad in this movie. So there you go.
That's scary.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. So Caroline of Mine?
Caroline of Mine, yes.
Caroline of Mine. Yes, I did see that. Yes.
So yeah, I play her father, and you know how they use the term hot mess. I don't know if that's a thing anymore, but the dude is a hot mess. I mean, I'm an alcoholic. I got all kinds of issues, so it's a lot of fun. Yeah, there you go. Practice makes perfect. You got it, buddy. So anyway,
I do not have a problem drinking. Why do you keep fucking saying that?
No, you look like you're doing all right. No problems at all.
If it's so bad for me, why do I quit shaking when I drink it, huh? Huh?
Should have been Grey Goose instead, though. Should have been Grey Goose.
Top shelf.
Look who's so fucking fancy, Ashley. Look who has a big bank account. Yeah, great.
I used to wait tables, man. I know which ones were the better tasting ones.
It's vodka. None of them very too much far off the path. Actually, they say they do. They don't really. Not a lot.
They get you the same place. That's all that matters.
There it is. It gets you guys on a podcast. There you go.
So anyway,
he said anyway.
We did this movie, Caroline of Mine, and we started shooting in October. We wrapped in early December. It's in post-production right now. They've got a poster out. I don't know if Ashley sent you the poster, but they have a really nice poster. Yeah. They've already got together. They got the first trailer together, and I'll let Ashley tell you when. I don't know when this thing's actually coming out and all that kind of stuff. She's got all the skinny on that.
What platforms are we going to be able to find it on, Ashley?
There's going to be several. It's going to go through some distribution platforms, so it's going to definitely hit Amazon for sure. Right now, we're trying to work on the stuff to get it onto Tubi and Hulu as well.
Okay.
So that'll be part of it.
And
there's several others.
I'll put you in touch with Tori Johnson. Now, are you familiar with Tori? Are you guys on Mosaic or?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, I'll put you in touch with Tori Johnson as well and see if we can get you on Mosaic TV because we're actually on a television network right now called Mosaic.
Nice. Yeah, Mosaic, I at least looked up and stuff. So at least I was like, okay, I know what he's on here. But yeah, so some of it's going to go through some distribution and they'll let us know where it goes from there. And before that, it's going to have some of these select theater releases. So we have a couple of them already set out. And I'm trying to work on another set with AMC that they've been asking for indie. And then, of course, it's going to have a couple months of festival runs that we've already have set and ready to go. So that way it'll have some fun, driving everybody insane before they get to see us on theater. And then I have to see my big head up there. And I'm just like, oh, my God, don't look, don't look, don't look.
So it's a drama. It's a drama there.
I'm just crazy in it.
Mark.
That's crazy.
It really
I blame my dad. It's all your fault.
Like if I close my eyes, I swear to God, I'm listening to Fred Willard.
Fred Willard, yeah.
Me or him?
He was funny. He was funny. He passed on a couple, like last year, year before. But yeah, he was great. Yeah.
Yeah, your voice is very much like Fred Willard's.
Wait.
I actually ran into Fred Willard about 20 years ago at a Renaissance festival. I don't know what he was doing there. He's plugging something. I had a turkey leg in my hand, so there you go.
Yeah. Hey,
Fred. Yeah. Take a bite. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Are you a Fernwood Tonight fan? Are you or?
So anyway, like I said, the film's a drama. Yeah. So anyway, it's a drama, and the lead character that Ashley's playing, she's like, got a lot of issues. I don't know if it's brought on because of her dad, maybe. I don't really know. She never told me.
An alcoholic and
she never said it was my fault. So I'm guessing she may have picked it up somewhere else, But anyway, she runs away from home. Then she's gone for a couple of years. I'm looking for her. Anyway, the movie takes place, and then you flash forward about 12 years, and then we reunite. And there's a lot of shit that goes on in between. I don't want to give away the plot points too much, but she falls for her professor. Stupid bitch! What are you doing?
Excuse me. If my home life was a hell of a lot better, I wouldn't have had this problem in the first place. I mean, he was trying to teach me some things.
You fell for the first good-looking guy that came down the pike, and then you ran away with him, and then trouble ensued. And then Daddy has to come rescue your ass later, like 12 years later.
You suck at it, though, trying to rescue me. You were out to destroy my life more, in my personal opinion.
I didn't ask you to rescue me, Dad. I didn't ask you to.
Wow,
kids. If I was gone for so long, I didn't want you to rescue my ass. I mean, come on. I was saving you money. I wasn't at home.
I got sober and all kinds of shit. I really messed it up. So anyway, that's the film in a nutshell, but there's a sequel in the works. So we're hoping this is successful. Ashley's written a sequel for this. So, I get killed off, unfortunately. So I think I got maybe 1 day working.
Well, don't fucking spoil it for me, Wynn. I haven't watched it yet.
He doesn't die in the first film. Does that help?
No. Okay, the second film. She's written me out in the second film. You'll get killed in the second film. But we can change that because we haven't shot it yet.
Sorry, Dad.
I see. That's his way making sure he doesn't die in it. Good approach there.
Sorry, Pop. This just didn't work out for you.
I mean, like I said, he destroyed my life for so long. I just got to whack him off or something at one point.
Got to whack him off. Better way to say that, Ashley. Got to be a better way to say that, dear. Actually, only because it's your dad. Say I was in the film and he said you had to whack me off. That'd be all right with me. But I don't think it was. I
realized what I said, and that reminds me. I was talking to some people one day at an office meeting about the project, and another person walks behind me and has no idea what we're talking about. We're talking about an arrest scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so excited talking to him about it, and somebody goes past me. I look at him like, guess what? And this is where my social awkwardness kicks in, with the whack right there. I was like, I got arrested over the weekend. They're like, good for you. And I'm like, no, wait. I'm like, they put handcuffs on me. They filmed and they're like, so what you do in the bedroom? You don't have to tell me. They're like, we get it. It's a wild sexual thing. And I'm just saying oh my God. I'm like, what the hell did I just say? So one of my friends had to run to him and go wait. They're like, let us explain. So they managed to fix it. But by that point, I was just like, yep, I'm doomed. and it got worse from there. It did. There was a lot more jokes to follow later on my behalf.
My wife was in front of a bunch of guys one time, and she told a joke, and she goes, "Bump rim job."
Oh.
She goes, "No, wait."
It took me years to learn that term, so now I feel her pain.
Oh yeah.
So I was raised as a very protective teen.
You have a lot of comedians on the show?
Yeah, I get comedians on the show.
Oh, do you?
What's that?
I said, do you have a lot of comedians on the show, stand-ups?
Oh, I get quite a few. Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned Kostaki earlier. That's why I was asking you that.
No, I've never had Kostaki. I had a guy who introduced Kostaki, and I called the episode "You Try to Introduce Kostaki Economopoulos," and but yeah, like I don't know, he was like half in the bag, and like the next guy up was Kostaki Economopoulos, and so he's like,
I'd be like, nope, you're on your own pronouncing that.
Did you see him live?
No, I've never seen Kostaki live.
What, like in Peoria at the jukebox? Where were you?
No, I never seen him live. I listened to him on Bob and Tom is where I heard him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know you're not too far from Peoria. They've got a great club there called Jukebox.
I seen Bobcat there.
Yeah, I worked there probably 10 times over the years. But yeah, you had Phil Perrier on your show last year. I just happened to catch that just like earlier today. So
I've had Phil on twice. Phil's fantastic. I love Phil. Yeah.
We started. I mean, I say we started. He was already a pretty established comedian when I first started working the road. That was like maybe 25 plus years ago. But yeah, he's great. And he has had that film One Nighters. I mean, that's the truth. That's what that shit's like out there on the road, man. Every comic has got stories.
Yeah, I had him and I had the other guy that was,
you can't rate that kind of shit, you know?
Who was the other guy with him?
I can't remember. It was Dan. I can't remember his name.
Dan. And I had Dan on as well. Dan lives in Cincinnati in his mom's basement and smokes a lot. You know, like, leave me alone. You know, like, and likes to do voter registration stuff. Oh, God damn it, Mom. You know, like, got a
it's cat. Too cold to go out for voting.
They were both great guys, just both great guys. And they introduced me to another guy who was pretty good as well. I've had him on a couple times. But yeah, I've had quite a few comedians on. Just the people I've talked to is pretty it just blows my mind because I'm in a basement in LaSalle and I'm like, why am I talking to an actor from Clerks? How the fuck is this happening? You know, like, oh well.
So I don't. Do you ever see that movie Masterminds by any chance? With Kate McKinnon.
Yeah, Zach
Galifianakis. Yeah. I play the photographer in that.
Oh, damn.
Those crazy engagement photos. Yeah, I mean that's me.
Oh fuck! I'll have to watch it again.
Yeah.
He's like, wait a minute. He's like, I saw that.
Now, after that, was you able to live in a 2-story trailer?
Can't.
They were living in a trailer. I was not living in a trailer.
No, in the movie they had a 2-story trailer. Like it was like a trailer on top of another trailer. They called it a 2-story trailer.
Right.
I can't afford a 2-story trailer.
Yeah, no, those guys were great to work with, and it's crazy. We shot that thing in Asheville, North Carolina, and Jared Hess is the director. You remember Napoleon Dynamite?
Yeah.
Yeah, he directed that. He directed that, yeah. And so anyway, and then Nacho Libre.
Yeah.
He also directed that with Jack Black.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so then he did the Masterminds.
Very eclectic movies.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. And, the funny thing is those guys, Kate McKinnon and Zach Galifianakis, they're very funny, they're great comedians. They did a lot of improv on the set. Very little of it gets into the movie because there's just you can only have a 2-hour movie,
Right, exactly.
But there, if you know the scene where I'm talking to him, I'm standing by the hatchback. I'm putting my camera gear away, and we do our scene, and then that's pretty much it. But he doesn't yell cut, so we just keep going, right?
Right.
And Zach's the great at improv, and he just keeps talking to me, and I'm like, yeah, man, that's cool. I gotta get to another gig. I got somebody else. Oh man, no, I'm trying to leave, and he won't let me leave. So I put the hatchback down. He's still talking to me. I'm moving over along the side of my car. He's still talking to me. Like, yeah, it's great. And good luck with the honeymoon. And, we'll get some pictures together. And he just keeps talking to me. Finally, I opened the door to my car. I said, yeah, man, look, I got another photo session. I got to get you. Hey, man, no, stick around, have a beer, whatever. This shit's going on for like 5 fucking minutes.
Right.
And so anyway, I finally go, man, I got to go. I get in the car and I drive up. They never yell cut. Unfortunately, none of it's in the movie. Unfortunately, none of it's in the movie, but it was fun as shit.
Oh, God damn it.
Not even a deleted blooper or something
They
like that?
They did a deleted scenes, but they only did like maybe 3 or 5 minutes. So that's probably just a minor fraction of all the shit that's not in the movie, you know? But trying to
speaking
keep
of
up with those
improv,
guys is crazy, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Everybody who's listening right now, we're talking to Ashley Hargrove and Wynn Reichet. He was in the movie. He's in a movie, Masterminds, with Zach Galifianakis. They both have a movie coming out called
you can
Carolina Mine.
Carolina Mine. That's right. I kept thinking Caroline Mine, and I'm like, no, that's not right.
Maybe that was a better name.
Carolina Mine. That's right. They're looking for a platform to put it on. So Tori, we'll have to get them on that. So maybe Tubi. So
that one's definitely right now. We're working on that one. Now you have watched the teaser trailer, correct?
I did not. Sorry.
Why bother doing any kind of research?
I got teased for a scene in that.
I've had a bad fucking day.
I'm telling you, it's too cold out. That's what happens.
My tire blew out.
Why were you outside?
Because I work.
I'd be like, I'm not driving in the snow.
It's funny how they want you to go there, you know? So like I'm on my way back home because I forgot something. My tire went out. I was like halfway between home and another place. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to go ahead and I can't stop here, you know? So I get home and I'm like, oh, God damn, I haven't changed the tire in fucking years. And so like I get out my jack. I've got this newer truck and it's really like, it's higher now. Like, it's not like my older vehicles, which are close to the ground. This thing's up. So I let my jack, it pumped it up about this far off the ground. And I'm looking at the other tire. I'm like, no, that ain't going to work. You know, so I have to call my buddy. He brings a jack that's about just like it. And I'm like, so he's like, God damn it. So he had to go back to his house and get like a big floor jack. Finally got that fucker done. It was a whole day. It was just a lot of one thing after another thing day, you know, like nothing's going to go right. I want to go put more air in my spare tire. And I go to the first place. It said $2.50 for air. And I'm like, I'm not paying $2.50 for fucking air. Fuck it. I'm going to Quick Trip. So I go to Quick Trip. Their fucking air thing is broken. And I'm like, God damn it. So I go to BP. And as soon as I get there, somebody's like right in front of the air thing. And they pull out and I'm like, thank God. And they turned around and they pulled back in. And like, fucker.
Did they kill the machine?
I'm going to write this fucking day off. I'm going home.
But then you got stuck with me. So I don't know if that made it worse or better.
Well, you haven't let the air out of me yet, so we're good.
Not yet.
Just a little.
For changing tires for us delicate angel women over here, it is so much easier because basically, if we can't reach our spouse, you know, to have them come rescue us, we just literally stand on the road for 2 seconds. Like every guy will stop from the creepy to the normal, and they're just like, "Can I do anything for you?" And you're just like,
yes,
tire?
Yes, you can. I would be that schmuck that would do that. And you know, I counted the number of women that went by me, and not one fucking woman pulled over it. No, I'm just kidding. I made it back to my driveway. So but not one fucking woman. That's
I would attempt
it. It's sexism. That's what it is. It's fucking sexism.
I would put a phone call to help you, but you don't want me trying to change a tire. Even the husband will tell you I'm the type that will break something or even myself in the process of trying to change it. Mm-hmm. I have tripped over invisible feet before that I didn't even know were there, even my own. So, you know, it's kind of like a safety hazard. Do what?
I sprung my ankle doing it. Like I just did this like little hop at the end of doing sprints, and my ankle just fucking crumbled. And I'm like, ah! You know, I can.
But no, this like for us delicate ones, especially if you shove our feet so far in our mouths, it comes out the other end. You know, we're definitely going to break time to help you change the tire. I've had that happen a few times. I think the craziest for me for when I had that moment, my foot come so far out was I was getting ready for a film premiere one time. And I was like, you know what? I've never done a spray tan before. I was like, I'm going to go try this. I did not realize what they do completely. Do you guys know the full process of how they do that? Because I mean, some guys have had spray tans for stuff, so you know.
Hey, Ron.
Can't be sexist there. Just wondering.
Was it a Brazilian?
Let's put it this way. I had the strangest compliment ever. I remember getting in there and I was like, okay. I'm like, all right. So I'm like, it's going to be like a tanning bed, right? I'm like, you just get down to some undergarments. And this very sweet girl, she's probably early 20s. She looks at me. She's like, not quite. I was like, okay, what goes on? She's like, this and that gotta go. And I was like, okay. I'm like, completely? I'm like, even though that doesn't get seen when I'm walking for a premiere.
Right.
She's like, to your spouse, it may look weird later if you don't. I was like, okay. So you're standing naked in this dark room and they have this giant hose in front of you, literally. And it's cold as crust. So they start spraying you. And I'm just like this trying to huddle because I'm very one of those little, like kind of naive, a little delicate. I like to hide, still kind of shy type.
Yeah.
So she's spraying and all of a sudden she looks at me and she's like, where did you get those? I stop and I'm looking at her like this. I'm like, get what? And what do you mean? I'm like, there's nothing on me. She points to here and I was like, I'm like, from birth? Genes in the family?
Nice
God,
tip.
I don't know.
There you go.
And I'm just like, oh God. She's like, so it wasn't a doctor?
Good for you.
I was like, thanks for the compliment. But after that, I never did a spray tan again.
Not only gives she a 4th grade goose, she's got perky tits. So,
but I never did a spray tan again after that because that just like kind of scarred me. I was like, so that's what happens in these. Because I was raised as a very overprotective teenager. So a lot of stuff I didn't learn to my late 20s.
Yeah.
And there's still stuff now I'm learning that, my husband loves to tease me about. But yeah, when she said that, I was like, thanks for the compliment, but no more spray tans for me.
Nice.
Now you know what I had to deal with. Now you know what I have. Now you know what I have to deal with as her father in this movie.
Yeah.
She's talking about spray tans and her dad. It's like, come on, what are you talking about?
I was the quiet one on set that made you dinner during our film scenes, man. You had those lovely chicken fingers and 2-hour-old fries to go with it. I mean, come on, I was trying here.
Right.
And what did you do? You screwed me over, man. You took some stuff from me.
What are you going to do, right?
Even accused me of things when I came home one night late. I mean, I was an adult and you're accusing me of stuff. Shame on you. You did. I went to a French club meeting.
I don't know what your name was in the movie, but whatever it was.
Caroline? He plays Henry and Ralph. I'm the crazy Caroline.
Okay,
it's like I go to a French club meeting during the film and come back and Daddy tears me apart for going to French club meeting to learn things.
There you go.
Yeah, French kissing. You're supposed to go learning French words.
Well, technically, you already learned that years ago, so that probably was just an extra lesson. Make sure you were well prepared.
We was talking about like the spray tan and stuff like that. My wife is at work and she's talking to another supervisor. And she said something about, why do people bleach their assholes? And
I have heard that.
And her boss, like her co-manager guy, he's like, what? People bleach their assholes? She's like, yeah.
I've heard about it for film.
So he goes like, and the door was, they didn't pay attention. The door was open. He goes, hey Siri, why do people bleach their assholes? And just as it goes, here's why people bleach their assholes. Like a regular worker comes walking into the room to ask a question. So it says, here's why people bleach their assholes.
I could only imagine what Siri was saying.
Oh God. Yeah. Like, I don't know, but I know the worker was very surprised at the question.
When I'm around other workers and stuff on set or anything else in office settings, you would never hear me ask those questions, because if I do, like, everybody turns like I'm a ventriloquist dummy, right. And then all of a sudden they're like, what did you just say? They're like, are we about to die in here? And I'm just like, what? Because they perceive me as this, calm little nerd angel thing that knows none of this. So if you hear it, literally, they tell me it's like the apocalypse is about to happen or something. So everybody just like takes off running in fear. Although according to Wynn, it probably was the same.
Yeah, it is.
I still blame Wynn for it. It's all his fault, man.
There you go.
But a lot of people don't know that the film, part of it's actually based off a true story that I found. There was an article out there not too long ago where this college student actually does run away with her professor for a couple of years, and they actually come to the camp to pick her up and take her back home, even though she was of age at that time. So I just expanded the story from there, and thanks to Dad, he screwed up my entire life. Thank you.
And imagine
His face is like, what?
God damn it! That was mine. What did you do? God.
Well, I mean, for a while, I didn't talk to the asshole for like a month solid. I mean, just stared at the floor, even during psychiatry meetings. Thanks, Dad.
Wow.
Dad.
Wow. So
Yeah.
I gotta keep it cool because I want to get rehired. I can't be ripping on her too much.
There you go, Wynn. There you go, buddy.
Well, there is another reason why Daddy had to bring his daughter home, supposedly.
So you got part 2 that you got the sequel that you're working on.
I'm getting through the last of the draft now and everything. So a few people, just like I think 3 people right now, because they had put a few suggestions on like a certain criminal piece I had for technical advising. So it's pretty much done, and now it's just going through all the edits. But yep, I know what happens now to everybody. It definitely extends the other storyline to give it an extra twist. It's kind of like a Lifetime, movie in a way.
Oh, okay. We love to watch Lifetime movies. Lifetime is the funniest channel on TV.
Oh yeah.
How many people can die, cheat, and be killed all in one scene?
Hands down. And I remember my mom would just my mom. That's all she'd fucking watch, that in QVC. And there was a basement full of shit to prove that one. But mom would be like, I'm like, God, why is she with that? God.
You're like, wait, wasn't she just with him? No, she killed him, darling.
And I just start doing MST3K in it. Like as soon as somebody would say a line, I'd say something fucked up. Just.
You were just doing the lines for him already.
Like, this kind of thing is real, and I'm like, this kind of thing is not real.
To be fair, a couple of them were.
TV.
You watch a lot of
writers for reality TV. Fucking E. That's what.
You watch much Lifetime, do you?
Not anymore. I used to.
Yeah, you wear yourself out with that shit. I know. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, if you get really bored and you want to see a movie on Lifetime, The Pregnancy Promise. I've got one scene. I'm the mayor of the town. Came out last year.
Pregnancy Promise. I mix them up.
The Pregnancy Promise, and it's like, that's probably as innocuous as you get with Lifetime. It's usually he killed her, and she killed him.
I got my, so you're my second actor that I know that's been on Lifetime. My other one is Joe Finfera, and I love that guy. He's awesome too. So
sounds very familiar.
He's a good dude. He's getting some bigger roles now. I'm real proud of him. He's awesome. So. But the pregnancy, say that again.
The Pregnancy Promise.
The Pregnancy Promise. Send that to me.
I'll
I
send
kept
you a
thinking of
link
Pregnancy Pact for
that.
a second.
Awesome. What's that?
I kept thinking of the Pregnancy Pact for a second because that was
That's
another
one.
Lifetime
That's
film.
another one. Yeah. No, they got all kinds of
Which one's he talking about?
What was the one I watched the other day? Where the chick decided she needed to get knocked up, so she she slept with 5 different guys in one night at a party.
Oh, and she tries to kill the other girl that's his girlfriend, and he's unconscious during it.
I don't know. I stopped watching it.
It's something like My Baby's Daddy or something.
I don't know.
Something like that. But yeah, if it's the one I'm thinking of, this teen girl, she tries to get away from her dad because her home life is messed up. And he actually has another girlfriend. He gets too messed up at the party, so he doesn't realize what's happening. And he ends up, the girlfriend pregnant and that girl pregnant. It turns out the other one that wanted one is kind of, psycho in the head.
Wait.
So then she's literally out to destroy the other girl.
That doesn't sound right.
It's Lifetime. It's got to sound right.
Mother, may I sleep with danger? Shower.
I've heard of that one.
With one
Wait,
Tory
was it that
spelling.
Okay, it's not that one then, because I'm thinking, like I said, there's so many pregnancy movies out there in Lifetime. Like, okay, it's not Pregnancy Pact, it's not Pregnancy Promise, it's not the one, My Baby's Daddy. Okay, so if it's that one, that's a lot older ones. I've heard of that, but I don't remember ever watching that one.
Everybody we're talking to, Ashley, God damn it, I can't read it now. They're Harrove and Wynn Reichet. They are both actors, writers, directors. So they're fantastic people. They got a movie coming out called
You Can Do It. We're trying to get him
Caroline?
to Caroline of Mine.
Carolina and Caroline. I don't know what the hell is it.
Something Caroline.
Something Caroline.
Something Caroline.
Just think of Sweet Caroline. You'll figure it out.
I know that one. I might be young, but even I know that.
I'm the absolute fucking worst. So I'm just gonna say.
When was this Caroline ever sweet? When?
It's a song.
I was rarely ever sweet
before your
project.
time.
I know. The only reason I know that song was because my dad used to have
it. I make the other just a little bit ago. Fernwood Tonight.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you know the rule in the 90s? Your parents controlled the radio completely. It was basically, I paid for it. It's mine. So you listen to whatever they listen to. So yeah, Sweet Caroline of Mine came on that at one point.
So what the Caroline of Mine?
Caroline of Mine. That's right. I looked it up. It's Caroline of Mine. It's coming out. It's already in post. They're looking to put it on a couple platforms, and I will let you know absolutely as soon as that comes out and what platform you can find it on. I'm going to get hold of Tori, see if we can get it on my Mosaic TV. So,
and we know one of the theaters for sure. It will be at the Princess Theater in Decatur, Alabama, for sure. Is one of them. It's already listed for.
Oh, okay. So in Decatur,
I don't have the exact date, but I worked out some stuff.
Premiere?
We're going to try to do the premiere of that one, most likely. We're going to try to at that one. I know a pretty good amount of people are coming, so that's the good part. And I know we've got probably about 30 or so people ready to review it for us ahead of time. So they're all on the back burner waiting to torture me. Or at least, go, oh, she's so sweet in this. And it's like, yep, just believe that and just say that.
I don't think you're that sweet in this movie.
I take offense to that. I made sure you guys were fed on set at all times.
Bless your heart. You know what, Ashley? You're a good person. That's all there is to it. Fuck you, Wynn. She is a good person.
You see my burning halo, right?
Exactly.
It sparkles so beautifully. I mean, I was always told it's been burning for so many years. What's left of it?
So, Ashley, how long have you been in the business?
Not as long as Wynn, unfortunately.
Yeah, I figured that because you came out the year Masterminds was made. So what?
I will take that as a compliment.
Yeah, exactly. And apparently you have nice tits. Anyway, how long have you been?
I think so.
Well, the spray tan chick said so.
Especially when she asked where it came from.
I've got no dog in this hunt. I don't know. So I can only take your and her word for it. So, how long have you been writing? How long have you been directing?
I actually wrote my first thing probably about when I was 20, even though I did some stuff back in high school for fun. And acting, I started probably my late 20s, but when I got divorced, I had to take a break. And then when I got back into it, I got sick. So then I had to take another break. So while I was out sick for probably about a year or two, I actually went back to school to get my master's degree in cybersecurity. I was like, why not, for the heck of it. And then so I got back into film and writing, and I think it was probably around January, not this January, but last January, my writer's block finally just disappeared, and I just started going to town. And I think by March I had the Caroline of Mine script ready to go. Although Wayne was so gracious to help me with some editing throughout, filming and stuff to make sure there was better flow where needed. So Wayne, I bow to you, sir.
Okay. How'd you guys meet?
We met on another set years ago. It was an improv project where it was a Cup of Joe show. He was the very crude pastor, and I was the very naive woman that showed up at this prayer support group thing that turned out the guy that held the prayer group was actually looking for women to take home that night.
No, Lord, let us find somebody with some nice titties.
Wynn was quite hearing Wynn do his improv. Hearing Wynn do his improv, I was just like, what the hell is this weird guy? I mean, he was doing it. He was that good at the character, but when they said it was improv, it's just like, oh my God. I was like, this is kind of scary at the same time.
Yeah, so we worked together on this show, and
Like obviously you've done stand up. Okay, so you've obviously done some stand up. So how long have you been doing stand up? How long have you been acting? What's your story?
Well, I was actually a golf pro originally, way back in the day, back in the 80s. And then I got into acting in about 1985. I started professionally acting.
I wasn't even born.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Trust me, Fernwood Tonight was way fucking before.
I got into stand-up comedy.
I was just like, I'm sorry I couldn't be there for that moment of you becoming a pro at golf, and diving into film at that time.
Who Martin Mull is?
Yes, who doesn't? Okay. I mean, come on, he was on Roseanne, you remember? I mean, who doesn't know him?
All right. So you know Fred Willard, you know Martin Mull.
I am Trimmers. I'm a nostalgic child. I actually run a nostalgic blog.
All right. Yeah, man, I get it. All right, I fucked up. I'm sorry.
So anyway, I did stand up on the road for 12 years. I knew Kostaki back in the 90s, and Phil Perrier, we worked together back in the 90s. And, he went on to write for Arsenio Hall, and he's done some great stuff in LA. He's a super nice guy.
Yeah, he wrote for Leno, he wrote for George Lopez, and he wrote for Arsenio.
Yeah, no. So it was great working with him a long time ago, and I'm glad he's being successful. And, so I did stand-up for a number of years. I worked all the big clubs like the Jukebox there in Peoria. Woo, yeah.
Hey, woo! And what's beautiful about that is it's right next to a strip
local
joint,
stuff,
which is right next to a racetrack.
And,
so you got your racetrack,
it's right next door.
Your comedy club. You got it all right there, except
you've been there.
I got some sad news, Wynn. I got some really sad news.
Strip club is gone?
Strip club burnt down.
Oh no.
I was right.
You were right, actually. Yeah.
But yeah, you've been there. There's a little dirt track, NASCAR type track right across the street, and the strip club was right next door.
I'm gonna go with you've all been in one of those before.
Like any man would stand there in the middle of that parking lot and be like Julie Andrews in The Sound of Music, just spinning around like the hills are alive. You're like,
is that coming out from the comedy?
You're like race cars, titties, comedy, booze. Ah! And then the strip club burnt down.
I've never been in that area, so I don't know. But I know the Jukebox. I've heard of it. So at least I've heard of it.
Yeah, I did a movie down the road from you in Champaign. You ever go down to Champaign where the university is?
My buddy was deputy chief of the police there.
I'll make sure to stay away from him.
No, don't worry, he's retired. And if he did, you just go, "Hey, I know Mark," and he would be like, "Yeah, you're okay. Good.
I'm about to say, you sure that wouldn't be more like, "Oh, you do, huh?"
Yeah.
It'd be like, you might want to.
Yeah. He might pistol whip you, or he might say,
look at you and go like, "What did he do now?"
No, Champagne. So you played at what was the name of the place in Champagne?
Me by any chance?
What's that?
You see that poster back there? You see that poster?
Which I see Masterminds.
Yeah. Let's see where. You see that Dark Waters?
He's trying to find it.
Dark Water, yes.
You ever see Dark Waters?
I have not.
Mark Ruffalo?
I have not, but I like Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, it's a true story. He played a lawyer who fought DuPont for like 20 years. True story.
Okay. Yeah. I listened to the podcast on that on American Scandal.
Yeah.
That was super good.
That movie came out about 4, and Todd Haynes directed it, shot it in Cincinnati, doubling for Cincinnati because that's where this lawyer, the true life lawyer, was actually from. Probably one of the most scariest true movies I've ever seen.
Oh, DuPont's, they're horrible. They have destroyed the fucking earth. Like, they are god awful. Yeah. Hey, don't buy Teflon, motherfuckers. Don't buy Teflon.
Yes.
No.
Use one of those iron skillets. Should be a lot safer.
I use one of the stone ones.
Yeah, but those are terrible to clean. Just saying, iron skillets
anyway,
suck at cleaning.
The stone ones I got these new stone ones. I got like an incredible deal on it. Like they're the granite on the. They are the best, the absolute best pans I've ever. And I cook. I like to cook a lot. And in fact, my wife gets pissed off at me because I look like everybody's like, "Oh, this is great. What'd you do?" And I'm like, well, I put a little extra something in it. And they're like, love. And I'm like, no, hate and malice.
I'd be like, you can cook as long as it's good.
When my wife looks at me in the kitchen, I've got a scowl on my face the entire time. Like, it's the only time you see me, like, absolutely fucking serious. She's like, it's just so weird. Like, you get in the kitchen, different guy. Like, I'm like,
I've almost set my hair on fire in the kitchen before. So. I can cook good food, but I'm terrible with the stove because it's one of those gas ones, and I never had one of those. And one day I'm just like, oh, why is it not coming on? Just holding it on, light the whole time, and gas is floating out. And I get close to it. I'm like, what's this? And I turn it again, and like flames shoot out. And my husband's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to cook, man. He's like, are you trying to kill us? I'm like, no, but it burnt me.
Yeah.
It's like, you're not concerned.
Anyway, going back, get the granite pannets. Oh, all right.
Just give up on the word.
I'm just gonna keep drinking. So anyway, we got two great actors on right now, Ashey Harrove and Wynn Reichet, and Caroline of mine is the movie that they have coming out. So make sure you look for that. It's probably going to be on Tubi. Pretty sure it's on Tubi. Tubi does a lot of good independent stuff, which I really respect about them. But they've told me some fantastic stories about spray.
Got a lot worse, trust me.
Wynn has been in Masterminds and what was the Dark Waters. And I haven't seen that yet. I can't wait to watch it. Because it's about DuPont. And if you haven't watched anything about DuPont, it's scary as fuck and it's real. So
tell me no Teflon.
Oh. Yeah.
The look of him about no Teflon, that means, I definitely need to catch up and watch that one.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is he talking
I didn't even tell you about the poor fucking cows.
Like, did they blow up and destroy all humans video game or something?
No, but they died. A lot of them died. There's a lot of dead cows. So.
Yeah, watch Dark Waters. It's a horror movie, but it's true.
It's a true horror story. Yeah, absolutely.
Like, my only guess is Dark Waters. When you say Dark Waters, that means cows went to dark water to be eaten.
Let's just say if cows did what you said, it would be a happy ending.
If they went in the water to be eaten alive. I'm just trying to picture this now.
It's real fucking bad.
Well, great. Now it's on my hit list for it's on my hit list for tonight, or at least tomorrow.
Dark Waters. It's not going to make you laugh. It's not going to make you laugh.
Great. It's going to have me crying, and the husband's going to be running from me.
Like, have you in the fetal position in the corner. I know it did after the podcast that I listened to. So it's all over, man. It's all fucking over.
But they kill the cows. I mean, that would be my attempt.
What kind of movies you like, Mark?
Oh, me, I like. I'll tell you what I've been into lately. So fucking much. Two things. Number one, Monarch on Apple TV, which is the Godzilla one with Kurt Russell. And Kurt Russell, I don't know if you've seen the tagline we had on the.
Gotta love Kurt Russell, man.
He's the greatest fucking actor in the world. Prove me wrong.
I know pretty much every Kurt Russell film.
Escape from New York, buddy.
Big Trouble in Little China.
No. So Big Trouble in Little China. 1986. Me and my buddy are outside of a movie theater in Georgia. There's Top Gun, and there's a movie they never even fucking put out an advertisement for.
So you went to Big Trouble in Little China.
We went to Big Trouble in Little China, and it was the greatest fucking decision I've ever made in my life. It still, to this day, me and my buddy are still like doing fucking bits out of it. And I've seen it probably 75 times.
So here's some trivia for you, Mark. You like Kurt Russell, right?
Yes.
You like Kurt Russell, right? Yeah,
yes.
His dad's an actor. Well, he was. So you've seen The Magnificent Seven, the original, right?
Oh God, a long time ago.
So next time you watch it, the very beginning of the movie, Steve McQueen's right there with Yul Brynner, and then they drive the coach up to the cemetery, and they're all excited and happy. The mayor and whatever. Well, Kurt Russell's dad is one of those main characters in that very first scene.
Oh.
He's standing right next to the guy that plays the mayor, and the other guy gives him the bottle of booze. Here, have this. Those like three guys. Kurt Russell's dad was one of those three.
Oh, is that right? I bet it's been 45 years since I've seen the original.
1960, so it's been a while for sure.
Yeah, well, it happened about 7 years before I was born. But
I still watch them back to the 30s.
56. Look at this guy. I'm 56. So
just a little trivia for you for Kurt Russell fans. That's all.
There you go. And what was Kurt Russell's first movie?
It was a Disney flick. It wasn't The Computer That Wore Tennis Shoes.
Yeah, I have no idea. I was asking you guys. So
anyway. Well, I'm going back to his 1960s because in the early 60s he signed on with a bunch of films with Disney.
I thought it was.
And he did a film with Goldie Hawn in the 60s.
It was either like The World's Strongest Man or The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes. It was like one of those. It was like
I think it was The World's Strongest Man, but I remember also around that same time he did a film with Goldie Hawn when they first met. But she said at the time he was too young for her, so it'd be years later when they finally met, like back in the 80s again, like an Overboard or something right before that.
I guess he died at his time. Yeah, he had. God, they've been together for what? 40 years.
Yeah,
something like that, a long time.
Years,
but,
yeah, they're
but yeah, I remember he did a bunch of films for Disney back in the 60s. He was doing them back to back to back. I remember. I wasn't around for it, but
Walt Disney's, the last thing Walt Disney wrote was something about Kurt Russell, like on a scrap of paper before he died, like Kurt Russell in, whatever. Dot. Exactly.
That's like my desk right now.
We're never going to fucking know. That's what he's going to be.
Correcting the code. Like, all right, Kurt Russell, what does this mean?
All right, guys. It's been a pleasure having you on. We're on about 46 minutes. I try to keep them at 45 for commercial reasons on Mosaic, stuff like that. But I want you guys to hang out after we sign off. But I want you guys, you got the floor again. Tell us everything about you, where they can find you, if they can send you money. Do you got a Patreon? Get a fucking Patreon. But anyway, Wynn, let me know if there's any place I can see your stand up. I want to hear some of that too. So you guys got the floor. Go.
I'll send you a clip of that.
I'll let Wynn go. Go, Wynn.
No, I took all my stand-up down off since I'm not on the road anymore. But I'll send you a clip if you want to see it. It's good stuff.
Sounds good. Yeah, I just like saying "Wynn go."
Bing bong.
He was saying tell where they can find everything on you, Wynn.
I'll tell you where Wynn can go.
Just go to IMDb. Can you spell my name? That's all you need. Just go to IMDb. You find out it's got clips. It's got all that shit on there. Every damn thing I've ever done is on there.
There you go.
It's like 120 something things.
I think it's about 140, but who's counting, right?
Exactly. Yeah, but who's counting?
Mine, you'll find me on IMDb just like him. You'll find me on YouTube running a nostalgic and horror game blog because they like seeing women get scared the crap out of them in games, apparently. You'll probably find me TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Carolina Mine, and same with Instagram. You'll find Carolina Mine and IMDb, Instagram, Facebook as well. You'll find the teaser trailer on YouTube. And yes, if you would still like to put towards it, we can put it towards either the next film or any of our marketing. Just hit me up at one of my emails, which I can send to you. So that way you'll have it for it. If not, just find us on Facebook. We're all there.
As long as I get a credit on the film, that's all I want.
That's all you
I can do that. Be like, he was the promoter.
I don't ask for much. I don't ask for much. Just
Lucia's financial advisor.
Just just to be. Sorry.
We got to get you out of
Caroline of Mine is the movie these guys are going to be in, and they're going to let me know when it releases. When it releases, I will let you know because we want everybody to watch it. We want to support independent film every fucking day on My Worst Holiday. You can find us, me, them, on Mosaic TV. If you have a Roku device, if you have an Amazon Fire Stick, if you have an Amazon TV, if you have Android, download Mosaic TV. And as always, you can find me at My Worst Holiday. You can send me money. Send me money, motherfuckers. Send me money at myworstholiday@patreon.com. And with that being said, from a room next to my bathroom in my basement, this has been My Worst Holiday.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
See ya.